My beloved child, listen closely, for I am speaking to your heart now. Be still for a moment, and let my voice reach you where words cannot go. You have been searching for peace in so many places, and yet it is I who have been waiting for you. I have seen your tears when no one else was looking. I have heard your quiet sighs in the darkness of the night, when you thought no one cared. I have watched you carry burdens too heavy for your shoulders, and even when you felt I was far away, I was closer than your own breath. Do not wait another second, my child. Open your heart now, this very moment, because I am here. I am not far from you, not hiding, not distant. I am beside you, waiting like a loving father who longs for his child to look up and say, "Father, I need you." I know the weight that you carry. I know the years that have passed, the memories that ache, the regrets that whisper in the quiet moments. I have seen the days when you smiled for others while your heart quietly wept within you. But hear me, my beloved, I have never left you. I have never turned away from you. Even when you turned away from me, my eyes remained on you with love that never fades. I have followed you through every valley, through every fear, through every lonely night. I have been your unseen companion, your silent protector, your unending hope. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are not too far gone. So today I call you by name. Yes, you, the one reading these words right now. You think it is chance that brought you here, but it is not. It is my love. I led you here so that I could remind you there is still time, there is still hope, and there is still so much beauty waiting to unfold in your life if you would only open your heart to me. The world has told you that time is slipping away, that you are too old to change, that your best days are behind you. But I tell you, your best days are the ones that begin with me. For when I enter your heart, I make all things new. I restore what was broken. I heal what was wounded. I bring light where darkness once lived. I can take the ashes of your past and make them bloom again. My child, you have waited long enough. Do not wait another second to open your heart to me. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for trust. I am not demanding great words or promises. I only ask for one small whisper from your heart. God, I am ready. That is enough. That one whisper opens the door of heaven. That one moment of surrender allows my grace to flow into your soul like the morning sun after a long night. Do you remember when you were younger and full of dreams, when life seemed endless and love seemed easy? I was there in those days too. I smiled when you laughed. I rejoiced when you loved. And I wept when pain entered your heart. And even now, as the seasons of your life have changed, I am still here, watching over you with the same gentle love. My love does not grow old. It does not fade with time. My love for you is eternal, patient, and unshakable. There have been moments when you thought you failed me, times when you made choices that you wish you could erase. You have carried guilt like a heavy chain around your heart. But my beloved, I did not create you to live in chains. I came to break them. I came to lift the burden that you were never meant to carry alone. When I see your pain, I do not condemn you. I reach out to heal you. When I see your mistakes, I do not turn away. I open my arms to welcome you home. You are not too late to begin again. You are not too weak to be made strong. You are not too broken to be made whole. You are mine, and nothing can change that truth. I do not measure your worth by what the world says. I measure it by my love for you, a love that sent my only Son to walk among you, to suffer with you, and to open the gates of heaven for you. So come, my child, come back to me not in fear, but in trust. You do not have to have everything figured out. You do not need to understand every mystery. Just take the first small step toward me. I will meet you there. If you could only see how many times I have protected you, how many dangers I have turned away, how many tears I have caught before they fell, you would know how deeply I care for you. The days of your life are precious to me. Every sunrise you see is a whisper from my heart saying, I am still with you. Every breath you take is a gift from me, reminding you that your story is not over. There is still purpose in your days, still a reason for your being here. You may think your time is behind you, but I tell you, your time is now. I can use your hands to comfort, your words to heal, your smile to bring hope. You are still my instrument of love in this world. The noise of the world tries to drown out my voice. It tells you to hurry, to worry, to compare, to fear. But I am not in the noise. I am in the silence of your heart. When you sit quietly and listen, you will feel me there. When you close your eyes and breathe my name, I will fill you with peace that the world cannot give. My beloved, this is the moment I have been waiting for, the moment when your heart turns toward me once again. I do not ask for perfection, I ask for presence. I do not ask you to fix everything, I ask you to let me walk with you through it. My grace is not something you earn, it is something I freely give. It is the light that enters through the cracks of your pain and turns them into windows of healing. You may have lived through many seasons, joy, sorrow, loss, laughter, but every one of them has brought you closer to me. You may not have seen it then, but I have been guiding your path, shaping your heart, and preparing you for this very moment. Even your struggles have been used by me to teach you compassion, patience, and strength. Do not look at your life and see only what is gone. Look at your life and see what remains. Your faith, your breath, your hope. Each one of these is a seed that I can grow into something beautiful if you let me. You are never too old to bloom in my garden. The flower that opens in the late season is no less beautiful than the one that blooms in spring. So hear me again, my beloved child. Do not wait another second. Open your heart now. Let my love pour in. Let my peace rest upon you. You have been running for so long, searching for meaning, seeking comfort, trying to find a place to rest your soul. Rest here, in me. You do not have to search any more. You have found the one who has always loved you, who has always known you, who has always been waiting for you. This is your moment. This is your new beginning. The past is behind you, the future is in my hands, and your present, this very heartbeat, is filled with my love. I have written your name in the palm of my hand, and no darkness can erase it. You belong to me, and I will never let you go. Now, my beloved, take a deep breath and feel my presence around you. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are deeply, endlessly loved. Now that your heart has opened even a little, let me draw you deeper into the quiet places of the soul where truth lives, where the noise of the world fades away, and where you can finally hear what your heart has been longing to hear. You have walked a long road, haven't you? A road filled with both joy and sorrow, with laughter and tears. Some days you have felt close to me, and other days you wondered if I had forgotten you. But I have never forgotten. Not for one breath. Every step you took, I was beside you, even in the shadows, even when you could not see me. Let us walk now together through the garden of your heart. You have planted so many seeds there throughout your life, some of love, some of worry, some of regret. There are flowers that have bloomed in beauty and weeds that have grown from pain. But I see all of it with love, my child. I see the whole garden, and I do not condemn it. I know what has shaped you, what has wounded you, what has given you strength. And I want you to know that nothing in your life has been wasted. Not one tear, not one season, not one quiet act of kindness that you thought went unseen. So often you think that faith must be something grand, something loud or shining. But faith, my beloved, often hides in small things, in the gentle prayer you whisper before sleep, in the quiet forgiveness you offer without being asked, in the courage to rise again after a fall. These are the moments when heaven smiles. You see, I do not measure faith by perfection. I measure it by trust. When you say, Lord, I do not understand, but I still believe, that is faith at its purest. I know the struggles that live within your heart, the memories that haunt you, the questions that have no easy answers, the loneliness that sometimes visits even in a crowd. I know the pain of loss, the longing for those who have gone before you. You miss them, and sometimes the ache feels endless, but listen, my child, they are not lost to you. They live in my light, and one day you will see them again, not as shadows of memory, but as radiant souls in the fullness of my presence. Death does not have the final word. I do, and my word is life. When you walk through sorrow, I walk with you. When your heart trembles with fear, I am the stillness holding you. When you sit in silence, wondering if your prayers even reach me, I am the one listening, cherishing every word. Even when you cannot feel me, I am there working quietly, gently, weaving every thread of your life into something beautiful. Sometimes the tapestry looks messy from where you stand, but from my view, every color, even the dark ones, has a purpose. There were times in your life when you asked me, "Why, Lord, why this pain, why this delay, why this silence?" My beloved, I heard every question, and though I may not have answered the way you expected, I never ignored your cry. You see, there are mysteries that only time and love can reveal. The trials that once seemed cruel often become the very soil where compassion grows. The waiting that once felt endless often becomes the place where faith is deepened. I never send suffering, but I can bring beauty from it. I never delight in your pain, but I can use it to shape your soul into something eternal. Remember this, I am not only the God of miracles, I am also the God of small mercies. The morning light that touches your window is my gift. The quiet strength that helped you through another day is my grace. The smile of someone who cares, the comfort of a prayer, the peace that comes unexpectedly, all of these are whispers of my presence. My child, sometimes you look at others and think they are closer to me because they seem stronger or more faithful. But you do not see their hidden struggles. I see all hearts, and I tell you, the one who keeps believing even through doubt is precious to me. The one who feels weak but still chooses love, that one brings great joy to heaven. I do not compare my children. I love each of you with a love as unique as your fingerprint. You were made in my image, and in all of creation, there is no other soul quite like yours. When you look back on your life, you may see moments that you wish you could change, but look again with my eyes and you will see that those moments, yes, even the painful ones, have brought you to this place of tenderness, of wisdom, of understanding. You have become someone who knows what it means to endure, to forgive, to hope against the odds. You have grown in ways you could not have if everything had been easy. That is the quiet work of grace. You see, my beloved, life was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to be a journey, a pilgrimage toward my heart. Every joy you've experienced was a glimpse of heaven. Every sorrow was an invitation to lean on me. The years of your life are not a measure of loss but of learning. You have learned what love means, what faith costs, what forgiveness demands. And through it all, I have been shaping you, polishing you like a precious stone until my light shines through you. Do not be afraid of growing older. The world tells you that age means decline, but I tell you, age means depth. Your body may grow weaker, but your soul grows brighter. You have wisdom that youth cannot yet understand. You have stories that still need to be told, kindness that still needs to be shared. The years have not diminished you. They have prepared you. When you rise each morning, even if your steps are slow, even if your hands tremble, know this, your life still carries purpose. Your prayers still have power. When you speak my name with faith, heaven listens. When you forgive, you release light into the world. When you comfort another, even with a few gentle words, you become my hands reaching through time. Nothing you do in love is ever lost. I know sometimes you feel weary. The world can feel heavy, and hope can feel distant. You wonder what tomorrow holds, what will happen to those you love, what will become of your own heart. But let me remind you, I hold tomorrow. I hold your loved ones. I hold you. You are safe in my hands. The same hands that shaped the stars are the hands that hold you now. My beloved, when you find yourself thinking that life has passed you by, remember that my timing is not like the world's timing. I am still writing your story. I can bring unexpected blessings even in your later years. I can open new doors, new joys, new friendships, new peace. I can fill your days with purpose until your final breath. You are never done growing in my love. Take a moment now and breathe. Let the worries settle. Let my peace flow through you like gentle water over stones. You have carried so much for so long. Let me carry it now. Let me take what burdens you. Let me heal what hurts. You do not have to do this alone. You never did. You were never meant to. In the quiet of your heart, you can feel me even now. That warmth, that stirring of comfort, that gentle whisper that says, "It will be okay." That is me. I am speaking to you not through thunder, but through love. The same love that created the world, that called you into being, that has followed you every day of your life. You see, my beloved, this is what faith truly is, not knowing every answer, but trusting the one who holds them. It is not walking without fear, but walking even when you are afraid, knowing that I go before you. Faith is not the absence of struggle. It is the presence of my strength within it. So, as you sit here with me, let these words sink deep into your soul. You are loved beyond measure. You are seen, you are known, and you are cherished. There is nothing you can do that will make me stop loving you. You belong to me, and I belong to you. Now rest, my child. Rest in my love, and let me fill the empty spaces inside you with peace that does not fade. For what I am giving you now is not the peace of this world, but the peace of heaven itself, a peace that will guard your heart and keep you strong for the days ahead. Now that your heart has quieted in my presence, let me lift you up. Let me speak words of life, words that remind you of who you are and who you belong to. You have looked at your life and seen weariness, but I see endurance. You have seen broken pieces, but I see beauty being formed. You have seen endings, but I see new beginnings. So now, listen as I speak encouragement to your soul, because I want you to rise again, not in your own strength, but in mine. My child, I know that the journey has not been easy. There have been days when you wanted to give up, when your heart whispered, "I cannot go on." But you did. You kept walking, even when the road was rough. You kept believing, even when prayers seemed unanswered. You kept loving, even when your heart was hurting. And every time you chose to stand again, you were never standing alone, I was lifting you. Every moment you said, "I'll try once more," I was whispering, "I am with you." You see, strength is not about how much you can carry. It's about knowing where to lay your burdens. And I tell you today, lay them in my hands. Lay down the fears that have followed you for years. Lay down the guilt that still echoes from old mistakes. Lay down the worry that steals your peace. For when you let go, you make space for me to fill you. You make room for my joy, my calm, and my healing. My beloved, your value does not depend on what you can do or what you have done. It depends on who you are, my child. That truth alone makes you precious beyond measure. The world may pass you by, people may forget, but I never forget. Every moment you turn your eyes toward me, heaven rejoices. You may think your life is small, but every act of love, every prayer, every kind word, every tear offered in faith echoes through eternity. Let me remind you of something, dear one. You were never created to live in fear. Fear is not from me. I gave you a spirit of courage, of love, of a sound mind. When fear tells you that you cannot face tomorrow, tell it, my God is already there. When doubt whispers that you are not enough, say, my Father is more than enough. And when the enemy tries to convince you that your time is over, answer, my God is not finished with me yet. I still have plans for you. Do not think that age or circumstance can limit what I can do through you. Some of my greatest works begin in what looks like the quiet season. Abraham was old when I gave him a promise. Moses was weary when I called him to lead. Elizabeth thought her time had passed before I gave her joy. So do not look at your years and say, it's too late. Look at me and say, Lord, what do you want to do next? Because as long as you breathe, there is purpose. There are still prayers only you can pray, songs only your heart can sing, love only your hands can give. Your story is not over, it is still unfolding under the light of my grace. You have seen storms, but storms do not last forever. You have walked through valleys, but valleys are not permanent. Every trial that has touched your life has been a doorway to deeper faith, to greater peace, to stronger love. You may think sometimes that your faith is too small. You say, "Lord, I want to believe, but I am tired." My beloved, even the smallest faith moves mountains when it rests in me. It is not the size of your faith that matters, it is the size of your God. When you take one small step of trust, I meet you with an ocean of grace. When you whisper one small prayer, "Help me," I send heaven to your side. When you fall, do not stay down. Get up, for I am beside you. When your heart breaks, do not despair, for I am near the broken-hearted. When you feel unseen, remember that I see every moment of your life. Nothing escapes my eyes, and nothing you do in love goes unnoticed. Even when others forget to say thank you, I see and I bless. I see the sacrifices you made out of love, the forgiveness you offered when it hurt, the patience you practiced in silence. All of it is written in my book of life. My beloved child, I want you to live with joy again. Not the fleeting joy that depends on things, but the deep joy that comes from knowing you are loved eternally. Look around you even now. I am speaking to you through the beauty of creation. The sunrise that greets you is my smile. The breeze that touches your face is my hand reminding you I am here. The laughter of children, the kindness of a stranger, the quiet moments of peace, all of these are my gifts to remind you that I am still working in your life. You may ask, "Lord, how can I be strong when so much feels uncertain?" And I say to you, you do not need to know what tomorrow holds. You only need to know that I hold you. You may not understand the path, but you can trust the shepherd. I will guide you step by step, day by day. You do not walk into the unknown alone, you walk with me. When you pray and it seems I am silent, do not think I am absent. Silence does not mean neglect. Sometimes silence is the space where I am building your faith. Sometimes I am preparing an answer greater than what you asked for. Trust my timing. I have heard every prayer you have ever whispered. Not one has fallen to the ground unheard. Some were answered in ways you could see, and some in ways you will only understand in eternity. But I promise you, I have never ignored you. And now, my child, lift your eyes. The light of hope is still shining. There is still goodness ahead of you. You have more strength than you know, because I am your strength. You have more peace than you feel, because I am your peace. You have more purpose than you can see, because I am still at work within you. When you feel weak, let me be your refuge. When you feel afraid, let me be your courage. When you feel lost, let me be your guide. When you feel weary, let me be your rest. For I am everything you need, not sometimes, but always. The days ahead may hold challenges, but they also hold blessings. And I will walk with you through both. When you cry, I will comfort you. When you laugh, I will rejoice with you. When you pray, I will listen. When you fall, I will lift you. I am not a distant God. I am your Father. I am not a silent creator. I am a loving companion. Every breath you take is a reminder that my Spirit lives within you. Do not look at what you cannot do anymore. Look at what you still can do through love. Speak words that build, not break. Share smiles that warm hearts. Offer prayers that lift others. These are the treasures that last beyond this life. These are the things that light the world with my glory. You are still my vessel, still my messenger, still my beloved child with a purpose that has no age. So take courage, dear one. Stand firm in faith. Keep walking in hope. And remember, even when you do not see the way forward, I am already ahead of you preparing the path. Do not be afraid of tomorrow, for I am already there. Let your heart rest in this truth. You are loved. You are not alone. You are never forgotten. Every step you take is watched over by the one who made you, who loves you, who calls you his own. And as you go through the days to come, keep this prayer close in your heart. Lord, stay with me. That is all you need to say, and I will stay, I will guide, I will bless. Now lift your head, my beloved. You are stronger than you think, for my Spirit lives within you. You are never without hope, for I am hope itself. And you are never without love, for my love for you is everlasting. Now that your heart is resting in my peace, I must speak to you with a love that is both gentle and firm, because a loving Father does not only comfort, he also warns. I do not speak to frighten you, but to awaken you. I do not speak to accuse you, but to call you closer, to keep you safe in the light where your soul can breathe freely. For the world you live in is filled with voices that try to pull you away from me, and many of my children have fallen asleep in their spirit, thinking there will always be more time. But I tell you, the time to open your heart is now, not later. Do not wait another second. The days are growing darker, and many hearts have grown cold. People chase after comfort, but they forget compassion. They seek wealth, but they lose wisdom. They fill their days with distractions, but leave their souls empty. My beloved, I did not create you to be carried away by the noise of this world. I created you to walk in peace, to love truth, to live for eternity, not just for today. Too many of my children live as if life will never end, yet time is fragile, a breath, a shadow that passes quickly. You have seen it with your own eyes. Years that seemed so long are now behind you in a moment. I do not remind you of this to sadden you, but to awaken you. Every day you are given is a gift meant to prepare you for the life that never ends. But how many souls live without thinking of me, without prayer, without gratitude? They rise in the morning and rush through their day, but they do not lift their eyes to heaven. They call upon my name only when they are desperate, and then they forget again. Yet I keep calling, I keep knocking, I keep loving even those who turn away. My beloved, I am asking you to be different. Do not follow the crowd that walks the wide road of comfort and forgetfulness. Walk with me on the narrow path that leads to peace. The world will tell you that truth changes, that good and evil are matters of opinion, that sin is an old word with no meaning. But I tell you, truth does not change. My law of love is eternal. What was holy yesterday is holy today. What was wrong yesterday is still wrong now. I do not change like shifting shadows, and my word will never fade away. You live in times where many hearts no longer feel the weight of sin. But I want you to feel again, not to punish yourself, but to awaken to grace. The small compromises, the little lies, the bitterness that lingers, the forgiveness withheld, these are not small things in the soul. They cloud your peace, they dull your spirit, they close your ears to my voice. My child, do not carry what you can release. Bring your sins, your regrets, your hidden pain to me. I am not waiting to condemn you, I am waiting to heal you. There are those who think they can walk through life without me and still find peace. But peace without me is an illusion. You may have comfort, but comfort fades. You may have success, but success without love becomes empty. You may fill your days with things, but none of them will fill your heart. Only I can. Only my presence can give you the joy that does not end. So, my beloved, I must warn you with love, do not harden your heart to the truth. The world is changing quickly. Darkness grows not because it is strong, but because too many of my children have hidden their light. You are called to shine, to be my reflection in your family, your community, and even in quiet places where no one claps, no one sees. The small kindness you offer, the prayer you whisper for another soul, the truth you speak, even when it costs you, these are lamps that keep the world from falling into deeper night. I ask you also to guard your heart from bitterness. The wounds you have suffered are real, and I see them, but bitterness is a poison that kills slowly. Forgive, my beloved, not because they deserve it, but because I want your heart to be free. When you forgive, you do not let the wrong win, you let my grace win in you. When you release those who hurt you, I release you from the weight that has bound you for too long, and guard your soul from pride, that quiet thought that says, I am better, I know enough, I do not need to change. Pride blinds the eyes of the soul and deafens the ears to my whispers. Stay humble, my child. Humility is the door through which heaven enters. Even I, your Creator, came down in humility, born in a manger, washing the feet of my children, dying on a cross of love. If I, your Lord, walked the path of humility, then that path is safe for you to walk too. Do not be afraid of repentance. It is not a word of shame, it is a word of freedom. When you turn back to me, I do not scold you. I run to you as the Father ran to the prodigal son. I clothe you again in dignity. I place a crown of mercy on your head, and I rejoice because you were lost and now are found. There is no sin that my mercy cannot forgive, no failure that my grace cannot redeem. Come to me not with excuses, but with an open heart, and you will find rest for your soul. My beloved child, I also warn you about neglecting the treasure of time. Each sunrise is an opportunity to love, to forgive, to pray. Use your days wisely. Speak kind words while you can. Hug those you love. Ask forgiveness when you have hurt someone. Do not let pride steal your chance to make peace. Do not wait for tomorrow to say, I love you. For tomorrow is not promised, but love is eternal. And remember, my child, the enemy is subtle. He does not always come with loud temptations. He often comes through distraction. He wants you busy but empty, connected to everything but me. He wants your mind filled with worry, your eyes fixed on what others have, your heart restless and comparing. But I offer you something different: simplicity, peace, contentment. When you live with gratitude, the enemy loses his grip. When you live with prayer, his whispers fade. Stay close to me through the quiet disciplines of love, prayer, forgiveness, charity, humility. You do not need grand gestures to please me. What delights my heart is when you love sincerely, when you speak with kindness, when you care for someone who cannot repay you. These are the acts that echo into eternity. And my beloved, do not be deceived by the glitter of this world. The possessions you have, the titles you carry, the things you hold, all of them will pass away. None of them can follow you beyond this life. But love will. Love will walk with you into eternity. Love will be your crown and your treasure forever. So spend your life gathering love, not things. Forgive more than you think you can. Give more than you think you have. Pray more than you think you need. In these things you will find me. I do not tell you these things to burden you, but to set you free from fear, free from illusion, free from the heavy chains of pride and anger. My commandments are not walls to confine you. They are gates that open to life. Every word I speak is rooted in love. Every warning I give is meant to protect your joy. I see the storms in the world: confusion, violence, division. But I tell you, do not be afraid. Darkness will not win. My light still shines in the hearts that belong to me. Be one of those hearts. Keep your faith alive even when it feels small. Keep your hope steady even when the world trembles. Keep your love strong even when it is not returned. Because when you do, you become a beacon that others can follow. The time is near when every heart will see what truly matters. The treasures of this world will fade, but the soul that loves will shine forever. So prepare your heart, my beloved. Live not for applause, but for eternity. Speak not to impress, but to bless. Walk not to chase comfort, but to follow truth. And remember always I am with you. Even when the world grows cold, my love remains your fire. Now, my child, hold these words close. Let them guide you gently back to what matters most: faith, love, mercy, and truth. Do not fear the days ahead. Fear only a life lived without love. For love is the light that will lead you safely home. My beloved child, as I draw near to the end of this message, I want you to feel the full weight of my love resting upon your heart like a gentle blanket in the quiet of the evening. I want you to know that everything I have spoken, every word, every whisper, every reminder, has been for one reason: because I love you. You have been on my mind from the beginning of time. Before the stars found their place in the sky, before the earth turned its first dawn, I thought of you. I dreamed of your smile, your struggles, your moments of faith and doubt. I have walked with you every step, even when you thought you were walking alone. So, my child, as you listen now, let these final words sink deep into your soul. This is not the end of my speaking to you. It is the beginning of a deeper hearing, a softer awareness of my presence in everything around you. You see, many look for me in signs and wonders, in great miracles or loud voices, but I am found most clearly in the stillness of your heart. In that quiet space where you stop rushing, stop worrying, and simply breathe, I am there. Do not think that your life has been unnoticed. Every prayer you whispered into the darkness, I heard. Every tear that fell upon your pillow, I caught. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, rose up before me like incense. You may think your life was ordinary, but to me it has been extraordinary, for it was lived with love. And love, my child, is the greatest miracle of all. Now I ask you to lift your heart once more toward me, not with fear, not with guilt, not with shame, but with the quiet trust of one who knows they are loved beyond measure. The past is gone. Whatever mistakes or regrets you carry, place them into my hands. I do not hold them against you. My forgiveness is not earned. It is given freely, because my heart delights in mercy. When I said I will remember your sins no more, I meant it, so let go of what I have already released. Stop punishing yourself for what I have already redeemed. You cannot move forward while looking backward. Let my peace close the door on yesterday, and let my grace open the door to today. I know that sometimes you wonder, Lord, what am I still here for? What is my purpose now? And I tell you, my beloved, as long as there is breath in your body, there is purpose in your days. Your very presence carries light into this world. When you smile, when you pray for others, when you speak gently instead of harshly, when you forgive instead of holding on, these are the ways my love continues to shine through you. You may not stand on stages or speak to crowds, but you minister to hearts simply by being who you are, by carrying my spirit quietly within you. So do not underestimate what I can still do through you. Some of the greatest miracles happen in hidden places, in the simple words of comfort you offer, in the silent prayers you lift for someone who never even knows you prayed. Heaven sees all these things. Heaven celebrates them, and I say to you now, my child, do not let fear rule your heart any longer. Fear is the thief that keeps my children from stepping into joy. Fear whispers, it's too late. But I whisper louder, it's not too late. It never is when you walk with me. You are not too old, too broken, or too far gone. The fire of your soul has not gone out. It only needs my breath to glow again, and I am breathing upon you now. Feel it, the warmth of my spirit rekindling what the world tried to extinguish. You still have time to love, time to heal, time to forgive, time to grow. The best chapters of your story may yet unfold, for I am the author, and I am still writing. The enemy will try to remind you of your failures, but when he does, remind him of my cross. Every accusation he hurls is already nailed there. You are not defined by what you've done wrong. You are defined by the love that has never left you. You belong to me, and I will never let you go. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. You are mine. And to those who feel weary from the burdens of this world, I say, come, rest in me. You have carried so much, tried so hard, worried so long. Lay it all down now. You were never meant to bear it alone. I am your strength. Let me carry what has been too heavy for you. Stop trying to fix what only I can heal. Stop running in circles of what-ifs and maybes. Trust that I know what I'm doing. Even when the road winds, even when the night seems endless, I am still guiding you toward light. My plans for you are not to harm you, but to give you hope and a future. There will come a day, my beloved, when you will look back and see how even the hardest moments were woven into something beautiful. You will understand why some doors closed and others opened, why some people left and others stayed. You will see that through every twist and turn, my hand was steady upon your life. Until then, walk by faith, not by sight. Faith does not mean you understand everything. It means you trust me through everything. Now, I want to speak softly to your heart about something precious. Your eternity. This life is not all there is. The breath you breathe now is only the beginning of forever. One day, when your journey here is done, I will take your hand and lead you into a home where there is no more sorrow, no more pain, no more fear. There, every tear will be wiped away. There, you will see those you have loved and lost, and joy will fill every corner of your being. There, you will see me face to face, and in that moment, you will know that every prayer, every struggle, every act of faith was worth it. That is my promise to you, sealed not with ink, but with the blood of my Son. So until that day comes, live each moment as a gift. Love without holding back. Forgive quickly. Speak kindly. Listen deeply. Cherish the beauty of the world I've given you. The laughter of children, the scent of rain, the warmth of the sun, the stillness of evening. These are all my whispers to you, little reminders that I am near. And when you rise tomorrow, do not say, "Maybe I'll pray later." No, my child. Speak to me as soon as your eyes open. Invite me into your day. Let me walk with you, guide you, and comfort you. I will not force my way into your life, but I am always knocking, always waiting, always ready. Do not wait another second. Open your heart now. Remember, you are deeply loved. Not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. My love is not something you have to earn. It's the air you breathe, the light that surrounds you, the grace that holds you. I do not love you less when you fail, nor more when you succeed. My love simply is eternal, unchanging, infinite. And so, my beloved, as this message comes to its gentle close, let this be your peace. You are safe in my hands. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. No matter what tomorrow holds, I will be there waiting for you. My presence will go before you. My angels will watch over you, and my spirit will dwell within you. Now rest, my child. Rest in my love. Let your heart be still and know that I am God. And when you wake, return again to listen, for I have more to share with you, more love to pour out, more hope to give, more truth to speak. Come back tomorrow, and let me continue this conversation of the heart. For my words will not end here. They will follow you wherever you go, until the day you are home with me forever. I love you, my precious one, always have, always will. Now go in peace.